This is a real treasure at the Georgia Historical Society. We feel like this is a piece of really American history, and we're very fortunate to have it. But we've never really put it out on display for the general public to come and see, and we've never done it on Constitution Day. So this year, having a little foresight, we thought that this would be a great time, an opportunity for the general public to reach out to school kids, to come and see really what amounts to, it's a rare piece of Americana. It's something that you would expect to see if you went to the National Archives in DC or the Smithsonian. And this is actually the document that Abraham Baldwin, all the delegates had one, that these men actually held and read and debated in the very few days leading up to September 17th in 1787. They'd been there for 4 months, arguing with each other, voices raised, being emotional. They simply wanted to, like kids on the last day of school, get out of there. And September 17th was the day. Now, they didn't know that. They hadn't set that as a deadline, but they literally were holding this document, going through it line by line in the days leading up to the end of the Constitutional Convention. So we thought it's high time that we put this out there for people to come and see, to enjoy, to get a greater understanding of what this document means and the revered place that it holds. It's really at the center of American life, at the center of everything that we do and argue about. Well, Abraham Baldwin was the acknowledged leader of the Georgia delegation. First of all, he was the only one not named William, so that made him special. There were 3 other people who served that summer from Georgia, all named William. He came from New England. He had served in the Continental Army as a chaplain. He just had this unique way of sort of understanding differences of opinion, of being able to come to terms with people who disagreed with him. He was young. He was 32 years old, I think, that summer, but had seen a lot of life and had a lot of experience. He's one of those people, I always compare him to St. Peter. He's not the most important apostle, but he makes the hard work that everybody else does possible. He's the one you never hear about. It was St. Peter that introduced so many others to Christ, and it was people like Baldwin who made this country work. Abraham Baldwin, if you look at his resume when he was 32 years old, you would have seen that he was a Yale grad, he was a chaplain in the Continental Army, he had served in the Georgia legislature, he was a preacher, he was a lawyer, he had served in the Confederation Congress, he had served in the Constitutional Convention, he had signed the Constitution, he was president of the University of Georgia and had written the charter for the University of Georgia, and he had done all of that before his 33rd birthday.